All right, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Hope your day is going as amazing as mine. A lot to talk about today. We're going to be going straight into the daily principle and then possibly a philosophical thing. I haven't thought about that fully yet, so I'll keep thinking about it as I'm filming this, editing, so on and so forth. Also, it's an amazing day today. Weekend just started. Hope your weekend is going as amazing as mine. Like I said, today's my brother's birthday, so I'm going to be celebrating that. So yeah, just a great day in general, and let's dive right in. Okay, so for today's daily principle, I'm going to be doing something I haven't done before. I'm changing the layout completely. So I'm going to be introducing the article title or the thing that I want to talk about before I'm actually going to talk about it, and then we'll go straight from there, and then I'll break it down into multiple chapters, so to speak, And yeah, just let me know if you like this layout better than the other layouts that I have. I've also changed my mic, so I'm putting it on kind of like my collar right now rather than holding it. I don't know if that'll be better, so again, let me know. And yeah, like I said, let's start with the first. Okay, so Bitcoin dropped sharply in market value, falling out of the global top 10 assets by market capitalization after slipping under 80,000 US dollars. Ethereum also declined significantly, reflecting broader risk-off pressure in crypto markets and weak sentiment among digital asset investors. I personally had a little bit of crypto. That is not, it is a lot more than a little bit now. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I bought it at when it was still at 90, and then it dropped significantly down. It went up first. There we go. Hopefully the microphone quality is not that bad. So yeah, like I said, it initially went up after I first bought it. Now it came crashing down, which is a big problem. Okay, India's economic advisor flagged that macroeconomic uncertainty and potential market corrections pose downside risk to its growth outlook despite strong fundamentals. These concerns highlight how global financial volatility and policy shifts are being forced into emerging market forecasts. A global weekly market roundup noted extreme volatility and sharp reversals across asset classes this week. Movements were driven by major shifts in monetary policy expectations, commodities, risk sentiment, and lingering impact of macro headlines. Iran's president publicly accused US President Donald Trump, Israeli leadership, and European politicians of stirring domestic unrest during nationwide protests driven by economic hardship and high inflation. The remarks came amid ongoing regional tensions, and Iran rejected external demands on missile program conditions, framing its stance as open to either negotiation or confrontation. Wall Street closed out January with a mixed weekly performance. Major indexes dipped on the final trading day, but January still registered gains across benchmarks like the Dow Jones, S&P 500, and NASDAQ. Analysts also noted the nomination of Kevin Warsh as Fed chair and ongoing geopolitical unpredictability as key influences on settlement. Okay, quick summary. Market commentators highlighted that January's mix of political developments, tariff threats, tech stock divergence, and commodity volatility produced atypical performance relative to the traditional January barometer trend, meaning historical signals may not hold this year. Financial markets and risk sentiment. Crypto weakened significantly. Bitcoin dropped out of the top 10 assets, shows capital rotating away from high-risk digital markets under policy and macro pressure. Global markets experienced wide swings and reversals, indicating elevated risk pricing and sensitivity to macro headlines. 3. Traditional equity benchmarks finished January on an uneven note, reflecting unresolved uncertainty even after a generally positive month. Economic forecasts and policy. India's growth outlook, usually a positive headline, is being tempered by global volatility, showing how macro risk factors are shifting forecasts downward. Analysts warning about the unreliability of historical market indicators like the January barometer reinforces that political and policy uncertainty is now the dominant driver of market behaviors. Geopolitical tension. Iran's leadership comments blaming Western actors for domestic unrest underscore that regional geopolitical tensions continue shaping strategic narratives and investor risk premiums. What does this mean for us? For crypto investors, with Bitcoin dropping from the top tier of assets, digital asset allocations may need reassessment volatility while volatility remains high. Stock markets. January ended with a clear trend. Gains exist alongside heightened uncertainty. That means portfolios exposed to tech and risk assets may see continued choppiness. Global growth expectations. Even strong economies like India are signaling cautions which can subtly affect inflation, jobs, and trade conditions over the coming months. Broader sentiment. The mix of market swings, geopolitical rhetoric, and prediction uncertainty means confidence is a fragile, and everyday expenses or investment outcomes could reflect volatility through prices and returns. So, yeah, as we can see, a lot of stuff has happened. Crypto's down, stock market opinions are mixed. So, January has been a very, how do we say this? A roller coaster, kind of. And that kind of gives me a little bit of an idea of what I want to talk about for the philosophical part. So that'll be coming next. All right, so the next thing that I want to talk about is a personal reflection of January. So coming into the year 2026, I'm sure that we all had some kind of resolutions or goals that we set out for ourselves to achieve this year. But unfortunately, the sad reality is that 99.9% of people gave up on their resolutions already. Whether your resolution was to go to the gym every single day, I guarantee you missed a day. I guarantee you didn't properly set it out or do what you wanted to do. And here's why. You set it out, you thought, oh, I'm just gonna start doing it, everything's fine, I'm gonna keep going 100 times, I'm gonna go every single day to the gym. I'm using that as an example. I'm gonna go to the gym every single day, but you didn't sit there. You could have done it at any point last year. You could have started at any point, the year before that even. And now suddenly, just because there's a new year, you decided to change that? You decided to start going to the gym because it's a new year? No, I don't believe that people genuinely just believe that, oh, it's a new year, new me. They believe it for like 2 minutes and then reality sets in. So the simple solution to that would be, if even if you failed this month personally, sit down, think about it, reflect on this month, think about what you did wrong, think about the resolutions that you failed. You didn't fail them, you were just, I would say, not properly prepared to tackle on those resolutions or goals. For me personally, I don't do resolutions, I do goals. I have certain goals that I want to achieve every single year. And so far, I've been on track every single year to hit every single goal I set out for myself because I take time to plan it. I plan it in advance and I get ready to tackle on those specific goals and I build them on top of each other. So one goal could help me reach another goal and then that goal could help me reach my main goal. So sit down, think about whether your January was successful or not, and like I said, reflect on it and see what you can do in February to make that resolution a goal and how to make that goal success from there. How to get that goal. Hold on, let me rephrase this. How to achieve that goal. There we go. It took a second for me to get that. So yeah, sit down, think about it, turn your reflection into a goal and figure out how you can change it from a reflection into a goal and how to achieve that goal. And keep going because the year's not over. We're one chapter into the year. A lot of people use that analogy. 12 chapters, 365 pages. Okay, use that. That's actually pretty good. Tackle that on. The first chapter's over. Did you win? Did you lose? What happened to you? Go into the next chapter, which is February, and think about how you can achieve what you wanted to achieve this year. How can you go forward? How can you become a better person? How can you help yourself? How can you help the people around you, etc.? Be the better person. Be the person that you want to be that you couldn't get to, and figure out how to get to that point by seeing where you failed. Go back to that point and restart the way you should and not wait till the next year, because I have a lot of goals for this year. I think I've already mentioned that. I know I keep going in a circle here, but I just want to get my point across. I don't have a script for the philosophical things I talk about. So yeah, sorry about that I'm going in a circle. So yeah, for me, like I said, I have a lot of goals. And I plan to achieve every single one of those goals. But I don't remember who this quote is by. I think I'm gonna throw up a little, I'll throw it up on the screen. But basically, the quote goes, man, I kind of forgot the quote, hold on. That's pretty bad. I just had it in my mind. Oh yeah. An idiot with a plan can beat a smart person without a plan. I think it goes something like that. But yeah, so plan it out. A lot of people say, oh, you just need to start doing it. You need to start doing it. But planning to do it, planning how you're gonna get there is also part of the journey. And it's the journey that matters, not the destination. A lot of people like to use that. So figure out how you can make your journey as productive as possible. See the mistakes that you made previously. Don't put yourself in an insanity cycle where you try the same thing over and over again and don't change anything. So I hope I kind of got my point across. I hope you guys understand what I was talking about. And genuinely, I appreciate everything that, your feedback to me on, well, hold on, let me restart. I genuinely appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting for all my videos. And I just reached 40 subscribers, so thank you very much. I appreciate it so much. I did not expect to get this far. I was actually planning for 25 subscribers by the end of January and 50 by the end of February, but I think we might even get there before the end of February. So I'm extremely grateful for everything that you guys have been, with your guys' interaction, with your guys' comments, with your liking, subscribe, whatever, viewing, all of that. I appreciate it. I greatly appreciate it so much. And please let me know if you think I'm wrong. Please let me know what I should fix. Please let me know if you like the layout of these videos, so on and so forth. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much, like I said. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day or night, depending on where you are or what time it is.